Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Band Together Leadership Seminars. My name is Paul Everts. You can reach me at my email address, which is BAND, the number 2, together, bandtogether at Comcast.net. Also, please go to our website, conductingmylife.com, where you can see that we're really active with leadership studies by John Maxwell. Go to the curriculum tab. You'll see I'm a certified coach, trainer, speaker using John Maxwell's awesome material. That's what we're doing right now, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. We are now in chapter 17. Before we go to that chapter, I am recording this on the 1st of April. Yeah, April Fool's Day. Go ahead, make the jokes. It's 9 a.m. in our beautiful home, Roseville, California. We're getting excited about an upcoming event we're doing in Visalia. I believe you're seeing this, though, the week of May 10th. So that'd be the 2 weeks after the event. Up till now, we've had several tables sold. We're looking at a great first experience in Visalia. Remind you that I retired on December 22nd, 2021. I was a high school music teacher from 1989 to 2021. I retired early because, frankly, I needed a change of environment. I needed to change me. As I've made changes to become a better man, a better Christian, I'm noticing that those changes aren't needed, or however one wants to say, in many public schools in California. Not done teaching. I do believe that God has said, hey, you're on a sabbatical for right now. I need you to go out and be with adults, see what you can do. You've done a great job for 32 plus years in the classroom, so it's time to go out and see what you can do. Stretch yourself, the law of the rubber band. And a rubber band only works when you stretch it. So that's where I'm at right now. And that's why I've been doing these videos for several months for you and with you. Again, we are in chapter 17, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. The way that this works, as I read parts of the chapter to you, we spend about 15 minutes together, and we go from there. I attempt to never go longer than 15 minutes because you get bored. And my coach, Chaplain John, wouldn't like that. So here we go. The law of priorities. Leaders understand that activity is not necessarily accomplishment. So just because you're doing something doesn't mean you're accomplishing anything. And I think that's a great example. How about this as an analogy? Going on a treadmill. I'm going nowhere. Okay, I'm going nowhere. But yet, on the other hand, you are getting exercise. You are doing something. But leaders understand that activity is not necessarily accomplishment. Leaders never grow to a point where they no longer need to prioritize. It is something that good leaders keep doing, whether they are leading a small group, pastoring a church, running a small business, or leading a billion-dollar corporation. Dr. Maxwell was reminded of that last year when he moved his companies from San Diego to Atlanta. He used to think that he would live the rest of his life in San Diego. It's a gorgeous city with one of the best climates in the world. It's 10 minutes from the beach and 2 hours from the ski slopes. It has culture, professional sporting teams, and fine restaurants. And he can play golf year-round. Why would he ever want to leave a place like that? But then one day he sat down and started to reevaluate his priorities. He flies a tremendous amount because of his speaking engagements and consulting work. He realized that because he lived in San Diego, he was spending way too much time traveling just to various airline hubs in order to make connections. So he asked Linda, his assistant, to figure out exactly how much time he was doing that. What he discovered shocked him. In 1996, he spent 27 days traveling back and forth just between San Diego and Dallas to make flight connections. That's when he decided to look into moving Enjoy, I-N-J-O-Y, and his other companies to an airline hub. Stephen Covey remarked, quote, "A leader is the one who climbs the tallest tree, surveys the entire situation, and yells, 'Wrong jungle!'" End of quote. Dr. Maxwell felt a little like that when he realized what we were about to do. He finally settled on Atlanta as the ideal location. First, it was a major airline hub. From there, he would be able to reach 80% of the United States with a 2-hour flight. That would give him a lot of extra time in the coming years. Second, the area is beautiful, and it offers excellent cultural, recreational, and entertainment opportunities. Finally, Dr. Maxwell's people moving from California would be able to enjoy a good standard of living. The move was quite an undertaking, but it went smoothly thanks to the hard work and strong leadership of the people who work for me. And you know I'm doing this from home because you hear PJ's dog now will start barking at the cat. But I'm going to keep reading. I am not going to let this stop me. So here are the 3 R's. And it's not reading, writing, and arithmetic. Immediately after our move to Atlanta, he also set aside some time to reevaluate his personal priorities. For the last several years, his schedule has gotten heavier and heavier, and the time of his organizations has grown, and that'd be the size of his organization has grown. 4 years ago, they had fewer than 20 employees. Now they have more than 100. Just because they're doing more doesn't automatically mean that they're being successful and accomplishing their mission. For that, you have to look to the law of priorities. For the last 10 years, he has used 2 guidelines to help him measure his activity and determine his priorities. The first is the Pareto principle. He has often taught it to people at leadership conferences within the years, and Dr. Maxwell also explains it in his book, Developing the Leader Within You. The idea is this: if you focus your attention on the activities that rank in the top 20% in terms of importance, you will have an 80% return on your effort. For example, if you have 10 employees, you should give 80% of your time and attention to your best 2 employees. If you have 100 customers, the top 20 will provide you with 80% of your business. If your to-do list has 10 items on it, the 2 most important ones will give you an 80% return on your time. If you have not already observed this phenomenon, test it, and you will see that it really works out. The second guideline is the 3 R's. No, they're not reading, writing, arithmetic. Dr. Maxwell's 3 R's are requirement, return, and reward. To be effective, leaders must order their lives according to these 3 questions. Here you go. Question number 1, what is required? We are all accountable to somebody, an employer, a board of directors, our stockholders, or someone else. For that reason, your list of priorities must always begin with what is required of you. Anything required that is not necessary for you to do personally should be delegated or eliminated. See? Lulu stopped barking. I knew she would. Number 2, and you're still watching, which is even cooler than her stopping barking. Okay. What gives the greatest return? As a leader, you should spend most of your time working in your greatest strengths. If something can be done 80% as well by someone else in your organization, then delegate it. If a responsibility could potentially meet that standard, then develop a person to handle it. And then here's number 3. What brings the greatest reward? Tim Redmond admitted, quote, "There are many things that will catch my eye, but there are only a few things that will catch my heart," end of quote. The things that bring the greatest personal reward are the fire lighters in the leader's life. Nothing energizes a person the way passion does. That is so cool. So let's think about this now together, okay? We are looking at, one more time, the law of priorities. And the law of priorities says, let's read it correctly, leaders understand that activity is not necessarily accomplishment. So think about what you're doing. What do you want to accomplish? So begin with the end in mind. And then, I think then in education we said backward planning. Anyway, think about the end. And are all your activities getting you to the end that you want. And just because you're doing something doesn't mean it's getting you to where you want to go. Begin with the end in mind. Every choice you make is who you are, so choose wisely. Seek first to understand, then be understood. Seek first to understand, then be understood. Understand what the goal is, know what it is, and then be understood. And then finally, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I care about you greatly. That's why I spend the time doing this. I hope this has helped somebody. I would encourage you to contact me, get together with me, and let's see if we can get better, because better people make better leaders. And we need better leaders. Again, this was recorded on April the 1st, 2022. And I just want you to have a great week of May 10th. All right, take care, everybody. Love you. Bye.